Yo, what is going on, YouTube? Thank you for joining me on yet another ENTREVOLUTION mindset episode. It's your man Arnold, and today, guys, I keep falling behind. So I'm going to talk about that, but this is a makeup video for yesterday for 328 opportunities to improve and develop ourselves. The other day, I had a really busy day, and I ended up uploading my video late, I made two videos in one day, and I fell behind. And I think that definitely I made a huge mistake. I'm not planning every day out the way I should. I have a vague idea of what needs to be done for the day, and never really am writing it down. And I mean, I'm no fool. I hear about it, I read about it, in videos that I watch. You got to write stuff down, and I'll pick it up, I'll grab it, and then I won't stick to writing stuff down. And that's a really huge problem for me. So I don't mean to turn this into a confession, or I think at this point, this is kind of like a personal vlog now. But I definitely write stuff down. Over there, all of these right here are 30-day goals. So some of those goals have to do with the business that I'm doing offline, improving in the business, reading books, setting up appointments, having things that I need to pay for, start really getting into the skill set that I'm learning, for one of the things that I want to do online. So I have things written down. I'm not and they're 30-day goals, and I did 30-day goals back in the middle of December, or excuse me, at the beginning of December, which is why this whole video journey started in the first place. And so it definitely helped out, and it worked, and I think that I should have just continued to stick to it. And so this is me talking to you guys, fessing up why my videos are late, and kind of just speaking on that real quick. I definitely want to keep this video short, but originally when I committed to making daily videos, it was kind of a spur of the moment. It was something that I needed to do for my affiliate marketing business, but because I didn't know how to do all of it, I didn't know how to focus everything, and I didn't take the time to really focus on the affiliate marketing. I kind of turned this into this vlog, this personal daily vlog of how I deal with things, how I deal with my challenges, how, because of my past, because of the things that I've gone through, how I've been able to apply them in my day-to-day, in my present day. And so dang, dog's always barking. Hold on. All right, guys, probably should close that window. Anyways, so lost my thought. Okay, so I was talking about why the video started. And so I wasn't directing the focus to my affiliate marketing business. I was putting the links at the bottom saying, hey, if you want to learn how I make money, and then I was posting a link, and I just wasn't doing the right thing. And what this turned into was just kind of like a personal life experience vlog, and kind of a day-to-day of how I do my day and how I treat my day. And so it hasn't once I committed to the 30 days of consistency. If you've been with me that long, every day making a video. It started on Instagram, and about day 9 I decided to do the YouTube thing. And so once the 30 days was up, I was like, well, what do I do now? Should I keep going? Should I stop? Should I try something different? And so I decided to commit to the 365 opportunities to improve and develop ourselves, which literally means a daily vlog, a daily video of improving and develop ourselves. And I'm in the process of improving and developing myself. I'm changing my mindset still. Even though back in August of 2017, when I got laid off, that's when the mindset started changing. Even though it started then, it's still evolving, and it's a process. And so every day, you know, I definitely try to share something worth value, worth something, worth your time. And so, you know, I guess sometimes I will admit that, you know, these videos get very little views to no views sometimes. And it definitely gets you thinking, like, you know, are you doing the right thing? Are you getting boring? Are you not giving anything of value? And that's the most important thing, is delivering value, because people want their time to be valued, whether they're watching something simple, something basic, or something you know, that's educating them, something with information in it. So I think that, you know, sometimes I get to thinking, you know, I really wonder what's going on. I have gotten feedback from some people, you know, and that's really great. I definitely appreciate that. Um, you know, I think there's those days where even I have a hard time, even I have a hard day, being productive, you know, procrastinating, and you know, the whole being a mindset thing. I definitely don't want this to be a negative thing. I don't want to share negative things, but I definitely think that I should be honest with you guys. So I wanted to share that with you. You know, I definitely do have a hard time with procrastination. My focus is being, you know, having an online business. Things changed recently, so like I'm still shifting that whole, you know, going from trying to be an online entrepreneur to being just an entrepreneur and having an offline business. And you know, that wasn't that wasn't necessarily the plan, but there's so much value in this new direction that, you know, it'd be foolish not to go this route. So it's a process for me. I like being on my laptop. I like sitting in front of this and learning and doing and seeing the possibility, you know, that there is, just from sitting right here, from not having to leave. You know, this one right here, this little dog right here, she is a mess. She gets anxiety when we leave. So not to use her as an example, but, you know, I have kids. Unfortunately, they don't live with me. But, you know, the whole idea was to spend more time at home and not spend 40 hours a week. In my case, my old job was like 50 to 60 hours a week somewhere else. I knew my coworkers more than I knew my girlfriend. You know, so I think that's what this is all about in the end. You know, it's about mindset. Everything requires mindset. You know, this week on Tuesday night, you know, we had a guest in the office, you know, offline business, and he was saying, you know, the fundamental, or the key things in the business, you know, building fundamentals. And let me get these for you real quick. All right. So, let's see. I just wanted to share with you guys. In this business, you know, building fundamentals, and you know, that's kind of like that pertain to the business. But, you know, when you're building, you're always in expansion mode. And what he said that really resonated was building is a mindset. So it kind of got me thinking, you know. The whole thing of this page is a mindset. You know, that's why I added that to the ENTREVOLUTION. It's not just, you know, it's not just development, but it's development of the mindset. That's where it all begins. Your mind is the dictator in your outcome. So, you know, that's what this is all about, and that's what it is for me. Because at the end of the day, when I do record these videos, and I go on, but, you know, when I do record these videos, I go back and I watch my own videos, as crazy as it sounds, and you know, I criticize myself, and I say, okay, I really do, I enjoy this. Sometimes I have to get an opinion, but, you know, I want somebody's mindset to change. I want somebody to message me and said, you know what, you said something that resonated with me, or you said something and I got to thinking. I was like, oh, you know, I really should, or whatever it may be. You know, it would be great to just All right, sorry guys, dogs are going crazy. Delivery guys. Anyways, so the whole mindset thing. That's the whole purpose. I realized when I got laid off, and if you're new to this, it helps to always talk about it. But when I got laid off, that's when the whole mindset thing changed. That's when I said that I don't want to work for anyone anymore. That it doesn't pay in the end. That no matter how hard you work for someone else, building someone else's dreams, that you're never going to find your happiness. And if you're one of those people who really, really love your job and it makes you happy, and when you retire and all that, you were always happy, then more power to you. What I realized was that at a very young age, I started working. It was my dad always wanted me to go to school, but I never really that wasn't an example for me. My cousins, went to school, they went to college, they have degrees, but the example in my home was different. My dad was always working hard. When I was growing up, I have an older half brother. His son. I grew up with my older brother till he was 18, and I'd say for as long as I can remember, my older brother, he was in the streets. He is a gang member. He's incarcerated right now. Those were my examples in-house growing up, and not to blame them for anything. I'm responsible for my outcome. I tried to do things different, but for me, school was never like an option. To me, getting education was never really something that I wanted. When I went to school, I went to socialize. So for me, it was to work. If I want money, I need to go get a job. And then I became a father at a young age, so I joined the military. And I didn't do it just for that. I've mentioned that before, but I never really thought about actually building a future, building an empire. And so, I'm 30 years old and I get laid off. And once again, I'm like shit out of luck. And, gosh, man, I definitely owe this pivotal moment as much as, it comes from within. But the day I get laid off, for my girlfriend to say what she said to me was, was what changed my mindset in that moment. My car broke down on the way to work. It barely made it there. I call her and I tell her I got laid off, and her response was, well, at least we don't have to worry about how you're going to get to work. And like that moment has always been emotional for me. Because instead of getting worried, instead of saying, what are we going to do now? Instead of saying we have no money, instead of panicking and getting all worried, she just was happy. Like she didn't like how stressed out I was at work because of how long I had to be there, because I was noticing how the place wasn't appreciating my work. But I worked with pride. I loved what I did. I got put in a position that isn't for new people, and I owned it. And I'll call me cocky, but that's one big piece of equipment that I've never even thought about, operating. What was going on in that business was great. I loved the experience, but it was on my feet. If I was lucky, I was on my feet for 8 hours. If I was lucky, usually it was 10 to 12. Call it what you want, call it complaining. Shit, unless you've done everything that I've gone through everything that I've gone through and more, then we can talk. Till then, like, I don't give a shit, man. Working 10 to 12 hours, 16 hours, it's just not for me. And it really never was for me. And so getting laid off, it really hurt my feelings. But hearing that from my girlfriend changed my mindset. And changing my mindset, I decided that there's better out there. And it's not easy, guys. But if you just pursue it, it'll come. If you start speaking it out into the universe, it'll come. You keep putting, if you keep being negative about things, if you keep telling yourself, negative things, saying that you can't and all this other stuff, then you won't. It really works that way. If you say you have bad luck, well, guess what? That will start becoming your reality. So guys, yesterday we had 328 opportunities to improve and develop ourselves. I definitely am sorry for not uploading that. This whole thing is about being accountable. And so I need to be more accountable. So let's be more accountable together, guys. 328 opportunities to improve and develop. Yesterday, I really hope that you guys did something yesterday more than I. And what I did learn from yesterday, waking up today, is that it's already yesterday. I'm making this video kind of just to say, let's let go of yesterday and let's move forward. Stay tuned for today's video. I am going to dive into my laptop and get to learning, and I need to get some reading done today too. So one of my goals says finish 2 books in February, and it's a short month, so I really need to get to stepping. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. If you stay tuned to the end, I really appreciate it. I love you all. See you tomorrow. Take care. See you later.